They said the Suzuki Samurai was dead and buried in the 90s. They were wrong. For 2026, Suzuki is bringing back the Samurai name. And it's not just nostalgia. It's a direct shot at the Jeep Wrangler and Ford Bronco. And if the leaked specs are real, this tiny off-roader might embarrass trucks twice its size and price. But here's the thing no one's talking about yet. There's one feature, hidden in the prototype, that could either make the Samurai the smartest 4x4 of the decade, or get it banned in half the countries it plans to launch in. I'll tell you exactly what that is, but only after we break down why this 2026 revival is the most controversial comeback in automotive history. Because the Samurai wasn't just a cute little Jeep knockoff back in the day. It was a giant killer, lightweight, dirt cheap, and nearly unstoppable on trails that swallowed full-size SUVs. It built a cult following because it ignored the rules. It didn't need 400 horsepower or a luxury interior. It just worked. And now Suzuki is betting the world still wants that formula in 2026, when every other SUV is turning into a 6,000-pound electric computer on wheels. The new Samurai is rumored to stay under 3,000 pounds, ride on a reinforced ladder frame, and keep solid axles front and rear. In a market obsessed with screens and subscription features, Suzuki is doubling down on mechanical simplicity. That alone is a bold move, but it's the pricing leak that has forums melting down. If the base model really launches under $25,000, Jeep and Ford have a serious problem, because nothing else with real low-range 4x4 and lockable diffs even comes close to that number. And that's where things get messy for the competition. The Bronco Sport isn't a real off-roader, and the full Bronco starts at nearly 40 grand. Once you add the gear you actually need, the Wrangler is iconic. But you're paying for the badge more than the hardware these days. The Samurai cuts all of that fat. No fake engine noise pumped through speakers. Number 12 drive modes you'll never use. No touchscreen that controls your seat position. It's raw, analog, and deliberately rebellious. Suzuki knows its audience. People are tired of cars that feel like smartphones. They want something they can hose out after a mud run, something they can fix themselves on a Saturday without a laptop. And by the way, if you're the kind of person who still believes driving should feel mechanical and fun, do me a favor and hit subscribe and like this video, because we dig up the cars the industry wants you to forget. Now back to the Samurai. Because the exterior design is where Suzuki is playing a dangerous game. Leaked patent images show it's boxy, upright, with round LED headlights and a short wheelbase that looks almost identical to the original from 1985. That's intentional. They're tapping into that same raw charm that made the Jimny a global waitlist legend. But unlike the Jimny, this Samurai is being engineered for the US market from day one. That means crash standards, emissions, and a powertrain that has to survive American highways, not just Japanese backroads. The rumor is a 1.5-liter, turbocharged 4-cylinder with around 150 horsepower, paired to either a 6-speed manual or a proper torque converter automatic. No CVT, thankfully. And yes, it will have a real 2-speed transfer case with a manual shifter. That alone puts it ahead of half the so-called SUVs on sale today. Inside, expect rubber floors, physical buttons, and a small infotainment screen that you can actually ignore. Suzuki isn't trying to win J.D. Power interior awards. They're trying to win back the people who think modern trucks are too soft, too expensive, and too complicated. But here's the open loop I promised you. The prototype being tested in the Alps was spotted with something strange bolted to the roof. And it wasn't a roof rack. Sources are calling it a modular utility system. And depending on how Suzuki markets it, this could change how we think about entry-level off-roaders. Some say it's a factory drone launch pad for trail scouting. Others claim it's a swappable battery pack for powering tools and campsites, bypassing the whole EV craze but still giving you off-grid energy. If that's true, the Samurai isn't just a retro 4x4. It's a Trojan horse for a whole new category of adventure vehicle. And regulators are already nervous. A lightweight, cheap, ultra-capable off-roader with its own power source could tear up protected land faster than agencies can react, which is exactly why there's talk of restricting it in certain markets before it even launches. So that's the gamble. Suzuki is reviving a legend by refusing to modernize it. And that might be the smartest move anyone makes in 2026, while everyone else adds weight, cost, and complexity, the Samurai goes the other way. Lighter, cheaper, simpler, and just rebellious enough to piss off the right people. If they actually deliver it under 25 grand with that rumored utility system, the Wrangler and Bronco won't just lose sales. They'll lose the narrative, because the Samurai was never about luxury or status. It was about freedom, and in 2026, freedom might finally be affordable again. And that hidden roof system I mentioned, the one that could get it banned, it's not a drone pad, and it's not just a battery. It's a full mechanical PTO, power takeoff, like you'd find on a tractor, letting the Samurai run pumps, winches, and tools directly off the engine. No other production SUV has dared to do that in 40 years. That's why the industry is scared, and that's why the 2026 Samurai might be the most important 4x4 of the decade.